How banks treat you at every level of wealth. $0 to $50 million. Imagine walking into the same bank, same building, same employees, same coffee machine that somehow never works. But here's the weird part. The way the bank treats you can completely change depending on how much money you have. At one level, you're waiting in line for 30 minutes just to ask a question. At another level, the bank manager is calling you personally and asking if you need anything. And if you're rich enough, the bank might actually come to you. Today, we're going on a journey from $0 all the way to $50 million to see exactly how banks treat people at every level of wealth. Some of these differences are funny, some are shocking, and one level near the end is so different that it barely feels like the same bank anymore. Let's start at the bottom. Level 1, $0. You have no savings. Your bank account looks like a ghost town. The bank knows your name, but mostly because of the monthly fees. At this stage, banks don't really see you as a profitable customer. You're just another account in a giant database. You log into your banking app and see a balance so small that even your calculator feels bad for you. If you call customer support, you hear, "Your estimated wait time is forever." Okay, maybe not forever, but it definitely feels like it. The bank isn't trying to be rude, it's just business. They focus more attention on customers who bring in more money. At this level, you're basically invisible. But things get a little better. Level 2, $1,000. Congratulations. You have some savings. Not enough to buy a yacht, not enough to buy a Lamborghini, but enough to prove you're trying. The bank starts sending you emails. Lots of emails. Open a credit card. Get a personal loan. Upgrade your account. It's like suddenly becoming popular, except everyone wants something from you. The bank sees potential. You're still not special, but at least you've moved from invisible to noticeable. Think of it like moving from the back row of a classroom to somewhere in the middle. The teacher still doesn't know your name, but at least you're in the room. Level 3, $10,000. Now things start getting interesting. You have real savings. The bank sees you as financially responsible. You may qualify for better accounts, maybe fewer fees, maybe higher transfer limits, maybe slightly better customer service. Notice the word slightly. Don't expect a red carpet. You're still standing in line like everyone else. But now, the bank trusts you a little more, and trust is important in banking. After all, banks are basically businesses built on trust. And your money. Mostly your money. Level 4, $100,000. Welcome to six figures. This is where banks begin paying serious attention. Not celebrity attention, but definitely noticeable attention. You may start receiving invitations to premium banking programs. A banker might actually call you. Not because something went wrong, just because they want to keep you happy. Imagine that. The bank calling you. At this level, the relationship starts changing. The bank no longer sees you as just another customer. You're becoming an asset, and assets get treated differently. But wait until we reach the next level. That's where things really start changing. Level 5, $1 million. You officially become what many banks call a high net worth client. Sounds fancy because it is. Now you're entering a world most people never see. Instead of calling customer service, you may get a dedicated advisor. Instead of waiting for answers come faster. The bank starts offering investment services, wealth planning, tax strategies, special lending options, and suddenly everybody becomes very friendly. It's funny. The same bank that once made you wait on hold now responds faster than your best friend. Coincidence? Probably not. Because banks know something important. $1 million client is valuable, very valuable, and valuable clients receive valuable treatment. Level 6, $5 million. Now you've entered serious wealth territory. This is where banks begin competing for you. Think about that. Earlier, you were trying to get the bank's attention. Now the bank is trying to get yours. Different banks may invite you to private events, exclusive investment opportunities, personal meetings, luxury experiences. Sometimes you'll have a relationship manager whose entire job is helping clients like you. Imagine having a person at the bank who actually knows your name without checking a screen. Feels almost unreal, but it gets even crazier. Level 7, $10 million. $10 million, banks start treating you less like a customer and more like a business partner. Need a large loan? Different conversation. Need specialized financial services? No problem. Want access to experts? They'll arrange it. Many wealthy individuals at this level never stand in normal bank lines. They simply call someone directly. Problems get solved quickly. Questions get answered quickly. Meetings happen quickly. Money attracts speed, and banks understand that better than anyone. But the next level changes everything. Level 8, $50 million. Now we're playing a completely different game. Private banking, family offices, elite wealth management teams. At this level, the bank may build entire financial strategies around you. Teams of experts could help manage investments, taxes, trusts, business interests, and long-term wealth planning. You might have direct access to senior executives, private events, exclusive opportunities, custom financial products. Sometimes the bank doesn't even feel like a bank anymore. It feels like a personal financial concierge service. Remember the person with $0 waiting in line? They're using the same institution, same logo, same building. Yet, the experience is almost unrecognizable. And that's because banks, like most businesses, prioritize value. The more financial value you bring, the more resources they dedicate to serving you. Now, before you get angry and say that's unfair, think about airlines. Passengers in economy and passengers in first class are going to the same destination, but they don't get the same experience. Banks work in a very similar way. The difference is that most people never realize how dramatic the gap becomes as wealth increases. So what's the lesson here? It's not that banks are good or bad. It's that banks are businesses. They allocate time, attention, and resources where they see the greatest financial return. Understanding this helps you see the financial world more clearly. Because once you understand how the system works, you can use it more effectively. And remember, the goal isn't to impress a bank. The goal is to build enough financial strength that banks start competing for your attention instead of the other way around. That's when the relationship truly changes. And now I'm curious, which wealth level surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe because the world of money is full of secrets most people never learn. See you in the next one.